A human being is meant to be independent and free. Unfortunately, many of us have a learned helplessness or a learned sense of bondage so that we don't experience our inherent right to freedom. In the movie Shawshank Redemption, Morgan Freeman's character, who he plays a prisoner in the movie, who's serving a lifelong sentence or decades long sentence. And at the end, when he's finally unable to be of any value to the corrupt warden, he gets paroled. And the first thing that he does is he gets a job in a grocery store. And whenever he needs to use the restroom, he asks for permission from his manager. This happens once, twice, three times. Finally, the manager says, look, if you need to use the bathroom, just go ahead. You don't need to ask for permission. But through decades of bondage, this prisoner had acquired this sense of not being free to urinate, not being free to use the bathroom. So we each need to examine our lives. From childhood, we were told what to do as children, and naturally, understandably so, because children can't really think for themselves. And if they do, they have strange motivations. So as a child, you start in bondage. The moment you're born, you're in your parents' possession. They tell you what to do, when to do it, how to dress, what to eat, what not to eat. And through schooling and work, we acquire this unhealthy sense of bondage that we forget our inherent right to freedom. So we end up finding ourselves asking for permission to do things that we should be free to do. We should be free to live our lives the way we want to. But we end up having to ask for permission. We feel bound by society and culture and norms and things like that. So we end up giving up our freedom just out of ignorance of the fact that we are entitled to freedom, that we are inherently have a right to freedom. So let's examine these naturally occurring feelings of bondage and seek our true freedom